Mercury during its backspins and all year round, and harnessing it to express yourself, connect with others, and even find the silver linings in its retrograde periods. Yes, really. To start, you'll find a breakdown of astrology's basic building blocks, including what a natal chart looks like, how to find Mercury in yours, and other key symbols and definitions, like the elements and qualities, that will prove helpful as you read on. In Part 1, you'll discover astrological must-knows about the messenger planet and how Mercury retrograde works, plus how you can thrive during these periods, especially in your career, in relationships, and in wellness. Part 2 ushers you through transiting Mercury's seasons, aka its journey through each of the 12 zodiac signs, offering up tips for when it's direct or moving forward, and tricks to call upon when it's retrograde. The book will also help you understand your natal Mercury, breaking down your superpowers, challenges, and compatibility with other signs, as well as your Mercury house placement, which tells you where in life your unique communication abilities play out. Some notes to consider as you move through the book. Mercury, in your chart and in the sky, is just one piece of a complex puzzle. While you may have been born with Mercury in gregarious, outgoing fire sign Sagittarius, it's possible that your sun is in private, aloof water sign Scorpio, which may mean you're not as direct and boisterous as, say, someone born with both the sun and Mercury in Sag. Or maybe your Mercury is in peace-loving air sign Libra, but at the time of your birth, it was clashing with go-getter Mars, which may nudge you to be more comfortable with passionate debate than the average person who has Mercury in the sign of the scales. Similarly, you might find that Mercury is currently moving through a generally laid-back sign, like Taurus, but it's interacting with another planet in the sky or your chart in a surprisingly excitable, breakthrough-bringing way. In other words, contradictions are inevitable in astrology, which is complex and multidimensional, just like us and our daily lives. You can use astrology to learn about yourself, as well as other people. Two of the best gifts astrology has to offer are bolstered self-awareness, something you'll absolutely get out of studying your natal Mercury, and an understanding of and compassion for others. To that end, I encourage you to explore this book with a dear friend, significant other, or family member. Maybe even read it with someone you often butt heads with. My hope is you'll find helpful hints that can preempt crossed wires. The goal of this book is to help you feel informed, empowered, and seen. More often than not, Mercury is associated with its retrogrades and has a reputation for being the culprit of complete havoc. Sure, one of its nicknames is the trickster planet, but it is also the celestial body that fuels your thoughts and ability to bring them into the world. By becoming more familiar with Mercury, you can easily tackle unfounded fear-mongering head-on and share what's on your mind with more conviction and confidence. Astrology Basics. Imagine a time when you stood under a dark sky, splattered with shimmering stars, many of them banding together to cut patterns into the canvas of nighttime. Or maybe you were taken aback by the dramatic sight of a luminous full moon as you stood on a beach and noticed its obvious influence on the tides. Moments like these can't help but remind us that we're connected to the heavenly bodies above and surrounding us. Perhaps you picked up this book hoping to learn more about your personal astrology, or wanting to understand how the planet's everyday movements are, like the weather, setting a particular tone and laying the groundwork for various events to transpire. Either way, a wonderful place to start is by learning more about the luminaries, aka the sun and the moon, and the planets, each overseeing specific areas of life and possessing unique characteristics and powers. You'll also do well to consider the additional essential details that will support exploration of your birth chart, astrological transits, and specifically Mercury. Because these key building blocks come together to tell a complex story about your perspective, interests, strengths, challenges, and even your life path.